Welcome to NHK World Direct Talk, interviews with leaders, visionaries, and pioneers who are shaping Asia and the rest of the world. Today we introduce志玲, an actress from Taiwan.志玲is a familiar face in many parts of the globe for her roles in internationally released films and enjoys immense popularity, especially in the Chinese-speaking world. But there is another lesser-known side of her. She is a philanthropist dedicated to supporting underprivileged children. She has built dormitories for orphans and children living on the streets through her charity. We spoke with志玲about her work for the cause of children and the source of her passion.
I think it's a global world, and if I do have the ability, and I wish one day I could, I will reach out my hands globally, internationally, to the kids around the world. Yeah, I think that's something I'll definitely push myself to that goal.
志玲was cast as the heroine in the 2008 action film Red Cliff and quickly rose to worldwide fame. But making her mark on the global scene as an actress was just one of her goals.
Being an actress, you do have a lot of social resources, and you do have a platform where you could influence people. Yeah, so that's a platform I've been given, which I'm really extremely thankful for that. A lot of people, their voices cannot be heard, and their story are not told. Through me, maybe I could be the messenger, yeah, to tell the story.
志玲grew up in Taiwan and moved to Canada for high school. She graduated from the University of Toronto, majoring in Western art history and economics before returning to Taiwan. She was teaching acting at an art school when she was scouted and became a model. Even as her career took off and expanded to acting, her interest in helping children never waned.
One of the main things that we've been doing for over 9 years already is that every year I would do a charity calendar. So we've been doing the charity calendar, so all the proceeds goes to my charity, and we'll tell people whatever the amount you have donated, and will go to which project, such as the learning disability of the kids or children's education.
She has led many initiatives in addition to assisting people with disabilities and providing educational opportunities to children. In China, she has built 30 dormitory buildings for orphans and children in poverty without a place to live. As the charity calendar by itself is not enough to pay for such initiatives,志玲auctions off her movie costumes and her own clothes, using the proceeds to supplement funds. In 2011, she used personal funds to set up her own charity foundation. The scale and frequency of its projects go above and beyond that of many celebrity foundations. But志玲has also faced her fair share of criticism from those who felt that these were purely publicity stunts. We asked her what motivates her to continue despite it all.
Because just like what I said, I've been taken a lot from the society, and it's just about time to give back. It wouldn't stop me from doing it. Any kind of rumor would not stop me from doing the things I think is right. Yeah, yeah. I've gained a lot from the kids, because when you look at the kids, they have the purest smile on their face, and they have the purest heart in the eyes. Once you have it, try to give back and try to share. I think that's the first thing we should teach the kids, share with other people, share whatever you have and share the love you have. That's the only way that you could continue to have this kind of really positive power in your life.
Her desire to share and to help others out, that was her source of motivation.
一起上课。你跟志玲姐姐说你要打鼓。好。
It was an encounter with one little girl in the African country of Swaziland that made her realize the importance of sharing.
I went to Swaziland, and there was a kid. Her family is just her. She's like age 6 or something, and her grandma's age 60. The grandma was dying, and the kid pretty much helped out with all the household thing, and she learned how to cook, and she has to walk to school. It takes her 2 hours to go to school every day, and I gave her just a chocolate, you know, just a tiny piece of chocolate. The first thing she did was she gave it to her grandma. And that was really, really touching, because even at that kind of situation, just you won't imagine the surrounding they were in. It's just like mud. They slept on the mud, and they had no food, nothing pretty much. But like, you know, she has this precious chocolate, and she gave it to her grandma. So I think, so that's something I also learned from the kid, and I'll try to deliver that to the kids surrounding us now. You learn to appreciate it, and once you have it, try to give back. So that's something very, very important as well.
On March 11th, 2011, a massive earthquake and tsunami struck Japan. Children in the disaster area were in the depths of sadness, some losing loved ones. As Chi-Ling visited the area a year afterwards, she asked herself what she could do for them.
You could tell that they don't want to recall the sadness. And I could even feel that sometimes the smile is fake. But they were so strong, they want to bury that burden and then be strong to face the future. That was really, really touching. Yeah, we wrote calligraphy. With the Kizanuma kids, we wrote the calligraphy together. I remember some kids, they wrote kazoku. They think family is the most important thing, and they lost their family. They have normal parents, maybe their grandparents, of course, not with them. You know, the sadness is so strong in the heart, and they had no way to express it. So they just wrote it on the sky lantern. I said, what is it that means something to you? And they wrote family, and that was really touching. So I remember that moment when we light up the sky lantern. I tell them, all your wishes will come true. Let's just pray together, you know. Yeah. All the sadness, all the sorrowness will go away. It will go away. 台湾のある儀式です。天灯です。夢が叶うように願い事を空に飛ばします。
せーの。よいしょ。
Chi-Ling decided to stand by the children and share their pain. Her philanthropic work is a continuous effort to be there for people to share their emotions.
You know, when I look back, as soon as I graduated from college, I've been working nonstop pretty much. Like, 24 hours a day is fair for everyone, but I pretty much use like 48 hours per day. I have like triple work. I think sometimes I overwork myself a lot, and sometimes if you are too busy that you forgot the meaning of life or why, who you work for, and what kind of things that you are pursuing. So I think it's after I established the charity foundation, I started to realize that, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. This is my mission. Yeah, and now I have a really, really strong foundation and strong and motivation for me to go on. So now when I work, I think of the kids that I could help in the future. I think of, yes, I'm busy, I'm working, and I'm aging. It doesn't matter, but I'm doing the things that I've been dreaming of. Yeah, and I think that's a really big difference for me.
She hopes that through her foundation, she can give children the chance to dream of a brighter future. Finally, we asked Chi-Ling if there are any words she lives by.
I wrote down dream it, do it, and live it. It's because everybody has a dream, and once you have a dream, you have to take action to do it. And once you do it, embrace it with your life and with the love you have. That's for you and me. Thank you.